Hello beautiful soul and welcome. I have a stunning shawl pattern today that just might take your breath away. This is the Pranayama Shawl designed by the incredibly talented Amy Mercier. I love that this design is inspired by breath, the inhale, the hold, and the exhale. And that's symbolized by the 3 different stitch patterns that you're gonna find in this design. It's a beautiful shawl meant to remind you that when life gets overwhelming, you can recenter yourself and you can know that you can handle this moment and the moments to come. Pranayama Shawl is this gorgeous triangular shawl that grows as you go, resulting in this wearable, versatile shape. This is considered a lace design, but don't let that word lace intimidate you. This is actually designed for the adventurous beginner. And if you can work a knit stitch and a purl stitch, you can totally make this. And if you practice along here with me in a second, you're gonna prove to yourself that you can totally make it. And if you are brand new to working lace, you might wanna try a lifeline. They are absolutely magical, and we have a video showing you how they totally remove any fear that you might have of dropping a stitch. To make this beautiful design, we use 2 skeins of our blue hydrangeas pearlescent fingering yarn. Our pearlescent fingering is so popular. It's shimmery, it's drapey, it's puddly, and it's super soft to the touch. I really feel this is a wonderful design to use speckled yarn on because it really just accents the beautiful stitches. I did want to show you this version too. It's made in 3 colors of our sugar fluff fingering yarn, which we are sold out of, but we do have lots of lovely colors if you would like to make your own multicolored shawl. You can download this beautiful pattern and get the yarn for the original version over at ExpressionFiberArts.com. While you're there, make sure that you sign up for email and for text updates for weekly free knit and crochet patterns. Now I'm going to show you the 3 sections that you're going to need to know in order to make this design. For our little sample swatch today, I've gone ahead and cast on 10 stitches, and we're going to begin with a setup row, which starts with a slip stitch. And just a quick little note, all slip stitches in this pattern are slipped knitwise, as if you were knitting it, so like so. So we're going to slip that first stitch off, then we're going to bring the yarn to the front and purl that next stitch. Then you're just going to simply knit until the last 2 stitches. And when you get to the last 2 stitches, you're just going to purl 1, so yarn to the front, purl, yarn to the back, knit. Now for row 1, we're going to start by slipping that first stitch, and we're going to simply knit to the end of the row. Since this section is garter stitch, you are primarily going to be knitting. Just those beginning and the ending stitches might look a little different, but it's mostly knit stitches. For row 2, we're going to start with our slip stitch, yarn to the front, purl 1, yarn to the back, then you're going to knit every stitch until you get to the final 2 stitches, yarn to the front, purl that next stitch, yarn to the back, knit the final stitch. For rows 3 through 10, you're going to repeat rows 1 and 2 4 more times. This garter stitch section is a beautiful reminder of the inhale, which is symbolic of receiving. Remember, it's okay to receive and it's okay to rest. So once you've repeated rows 1 and 2 4 more times, you're going to have this look. This second section, simple open work, involves some easy lace stitching. For row 11, we're going to start with a slip stitch, then we're going to knit 1. Then we're going to insert our right needle into the next stitch on our left needle as if to knit. Then we're going to wrap the yarn twice around our right needle and go ahead and pull that through and slide the stitch off of your left needle. So you've essentially knit 1, but you've done 2 wraps. And we're going to repeat that across until we have 2 stitches left. Insert, wrap twice, pull through, slide the stitch off your left needle, insert, wrap twice, pull that back through, slide it off, and continue repeating that until you have 2 stitches left. It's basically just a knit stitch, but with 2 wraps instead of grabbing it once. And when you have 2 stitches left, you're just going to go ahead and knit those 2 stitches. For row 12, we're going to start with our slip stitch, then bring the yarn to the front and purl that next stitch. Now we're going to go ahead and knit that next stitch, allowing that second loop to just fall off. So it's making sort of an elongated stitch. So again, knit the next stitch, slide it off, and allow that extra loop to slide off. So it's kind of fun. Go ahead and repeat that across until your final 2 stitches. Knit, let that slide off, knit, let the extra one slide off, all the way down until you have 2 stitches left. Yarn comes to the front, you're going to purl one, then you're going to knit the final stitch. Row 13 is super simple. Start by slipping that first stitch, then you're going to knit every stitch all the way across to the end. Nice and easy. And boop. For row 14, we're going to start by slipping that first stitch knitwise, yarn to the front and purl one. Then you're just going to knit until the final 2 stitches. Then you're going to knit that, you're going to purl that second to last stitch and then knit the final stitch. This lovely stitch pattern is wonderful for really sinking into this present moment and noticing all the beauty and all the bounty around us. I went ahead and repeated those elongated stitches a couple more times so you can see how beautiful those look. This third section creates some diagonal lace worked with simple basic stitches. Now for row 23 of our little gauge swatch, we're going to start with a slip stitch, a knit one. Now you're going to work a yarn over and then knit 2 together. So just go ahead and knit those next 2 stitches like so. Slide both of those off. And we're going to repeat that until we have 2 stitches. Yarn over, knit 2 together, yarn over, knit 2 together. And when you have 2 stitches left, you're just going to knit those. For row 24, we're going to start with our slip stitch, yarn to the front, purl one. Now you're going to purl all the way across to your last 2 stitches. So yarn stays in the front and just purl every stitch. So you're purling those knit 2 togethers, you're purling the yarn overs all the way down. When you have 2 stitches left, you're going to purl the next stitch and then knit the final stitch. This stitch pattern is like the exhale. It reminds us to let go and to give from a place of love and gratitude, and in doing so, help make the world just a little bit better. And you can already see our gorgeous little lace starting to take shape. So you can see we've got our gorgeous little garter section here, our beautiful, simple open work, and then finally our diagonal lace. And that is all that you need to know in order to make this shawl. And just a quick reminder, you do want to block this shawl to make sure you open up all those gorgeous lacy stitches so they really shine and look their best. There you have it, a beautiful shawl that you can make and wear anytime you just want a little piece of beautiful wearable art to wrap around your shoulders. If you're someone who has been on the fence about lace knitting, I really highly recommend that you give this one a try. It is a wonderful place to start. The pattern is so well written, the techniques really build on each other, and the result is just beautiful. All right, lovely friend, thank you so much for spending this time with me today. You are amazing, you are creative, and I hope you have a wonderful, relaxing day. And be sure to check back next week for another gorgeous, amazing design. I will see you then. Bye!